Have you ever wanted to just disappear? I mean, truly vanish. Not in a spooky, gone forever sort of way. More in a way where the world and its noise just fall away. We live in a world of constant connection, a symphony of notifications, deadlines, and demands. Our horizons are framed by screens, our quiet moments filled with the endless scroll. We build our lives in concrete canyons, under skies hazy with the glow of a million ambitions, often forgetting what a truly dark night sky looks like, or the sound of wind that has traveled 100 miles just to greet you. There's a deep, primal part of us that yearns for the opposite, for a place where the only alerts are the cry of a distant hawk or the rustle of an unseen creature in the sagebrush. A place where the silence is so profound it becomes a sound all its own, a resonant hum that quiets the chatter in your own mind. Where the sky is so big, so impossibly vast, it feels like it might swallow you whole, not with menace, but with a gentle, humbling embrace. If that thought has ever crossed your mind, if that deep-seated longing for space and stillness resonates within you, then I have a place for you. It's a place where the American West isn't just a memory preserved in sepia-toned photographs or a romanticized Hollywood backdrop. Here, it's a living, breathing thing. You can feel its pulse in the earth under your feet, see its spirit in the wild horses that roam the high desert, and hear its stories whispered on the wind that sweeps across the plains. This place is Wyoming. The name itself sounds like a promise of wildness. It's a state with fewer people than most big cities, the least populated in the entire nation. But what it lacks in population density, it makes up for with an overabundance of land, of untamed wilderness, and of sheer jaw-dropping beauty that you can't possibly capture in a photograph. It's a landscape that demands to be experienced, to be felt. It's called the Cowboy State, a name earned through a heritage of grit, self-reliance, and a deep connection to the land. But it's also, and perhaps more tellingly, the equality state. In 1869, long before the rest of the nation, Wyoming's territorial legislature granted women the right to vote, to serve on juries, and to hold public office. This dual identity tells you something essential about the character of this place. It's a land of rugged, fierce independence, but also one of surprising and profound forward thinking. It's a place of deep-rooted tradition that simultaneously isn't afraid to lead the way. It is, in every sense, a land of powerful contrasts. Here, granite mountains tear at the sky just miles from where gentle plains stretch to the horizon. Geysers blast boiling water hundreds of feet into the air, a testament to the volcanic fire still raging beneath the surface, while nearby, pristine alpine lakes reflect the quiet heavens with perfect clarity. It's a place where you can feel the immense, slow-moving power of geology at work. So, think of this as your invitation. A road trip in words and pictures, a journey into the heart of this remarkable state. We're going to peel back the layers of time to understand the deep past of this land. We'll explore the stories of the first peoples, the Shoshone, the Arapaho, the Crow, and others, who have called this place home for millennia, and whose connection to this landscape is sacred and unbroken. We'll follow the tracks of the mountain men and fur trappers who charted its wild rivers, and the determined pioneers who crossed its unforgiving plains on the Oregon, Mormon, and California trails. Their wagon ruts still visible in the earth today, a permanent scar of their hope and hardship. We'll see how the arrival of the Union Pacific Railroad forever changed the state, creating boomtowns overnight and sealing the fate of the great bison herds. Together, we'll wander through the crown jewels of the national park system. We'll stand in awe of Yellowstone, the world's first national park, a geothermal wonderland of geysers, hot springs, and charismatic megafauna. We'll crane our necks to take in the staggering, saw-toothed grandeur of the Grand Tetons, a range that rises from the valley floor with no foothills, a sudden and dramatic exclamation point of rock and ice. But we'll also venture beyond the famous parks, visiting the small towns and communities that keep the spirit of the Old West alive. From the rodeo capital of Cody to the historic streets of Cheyenne, we'll discover the modern cowboy culture, the thriving arts scenes, and the quiet dignity of life in a small western town. We'll explore the endless opportunities for adventure, from rafting the Snake River to climbing the sheer rock face of Devil's Tower, to simply finding a trail and walking until the only sound is your own breathing. This journey is about more than just sightseeing. It's about understanding a place that defies easy description, a place that represents one of the last true frontiers in America. It's about discovering what it feels like to be small in the best possible way, to stand in a landscape so immense it recalibrates your soul. So, buckle up. The road is open, the sky is wide, and the adventure is waiting. This is your invitation to disconnect from the noise and reconnect with something more fundamental. This is Wyoming. Join me as we discover why this vast, rugged, and beautiful state should be your next great American adventure. Long before any mapmaker, this land had a story. For thousands of years, indigenous nations like the Shoshone and Arapaho lived in balance with the seasons, following the great bison herds that were the center of their existence. The first Europeans to venture here were the mountain men, rugged individuals like Jim Bridger, drawn by the wealth of beaver fur. They were the first non-natives to see the wonders of this land. After them came the Great Migration, families in covered wagons on the Oregon Trail, a 2,000-mile journey of hardship and hope. Landmarks like Independence Rock, the Great Register of the Desert, assured them they were on the right path. But the wagon era ended with the Transcontinental Railroad. It brought waves of settlers and created the very skeleton of Wyoming, but devastated the bison herds and the Plains Indian way of life. Yet, in this rugged territory, a progressive idea took hold. In 1869, Wyoming became the first place in the nation to grant women the right to vote, earning its nickname, the Equality State. In the year 1872, the United States government, under President Ulysses S. Grant, did something truly radical, an act of foresight that would echo across the globe. Spurred by the astonishing reports and breathtaking paintings from the Hayden expedition, they set aside over 2 million acres of pristine wilderness. This land wasn't designated for settlement, for mining, or for profit. It was set aside for preservation, for the benefit and enjoyment of the people. In this single act, they created Yellowstone, the world's very first national park, a concept that would become one of America's greatest ideas. The entire park sits atop a massive, slumbering supervolcano, a colossal heat engine that powers more than 10,000 geothermal features. This is the largest concentration on the planet. The most famous of these, Old Faithful, is a testament to the predictable power simmering just beneath the surface. For generations, visitors have gathered, watches synchronized, to witness its spectacular show. It's a shared experience, a moment of collective awe as thousands of gallons of boiling water are hurled skyward, a powerful reminder of the raw, untamable forces that shaped this landscape. But Old Faithful is just one of over 500 geysers in the park. Some, like the unpredictable Steamboat Geyser, can erupt to heights of over 300 feet, dwarfing all others, a wild and chaotic display that rewards the patient and the lucky. Beyond the explosive geysers are the hot springs, each a unique masterpiece of chemistry and biology. The Grand Prismatic Spring, the largest in the United States, is a living rainbow. Its deep blue center, too hot for most life, gives way to concentric rings of green, yellow, and fiery orange. These colors are not minerals, but vast colonies of heat-loving microorganisms called thermophiles, painting the landscape with life. It's a testament to nature's tenacity, a vibrant ecosystem thriving in the most extreme of environments. Elsewhere, at Mammoth Hot Springs, hot water cascades over limestone, building intricate travertine terraces that look like a cave turned inside out, a constantly changing sculpture of dissolved rock. Yet, the park's name comes not from its geysers, but from the vibrant, sun-colored rock of its own Grand Canyon. carved by the relentless force of the Yellowstone River. The Grand Canyon of the Yellowstone is a breathtaking chasm of rhyolite cliffs, stained yellow and pink by hydrothermal activity. Here, the river plummets over the upper and lower falls, the latter twice the height of Niagara. It was from Artist Point that the painter Thomas Moran captured a vision so sublime, so unbelievable, that his work helped convince a skeptical Congress that such a place could actually exist. Yellowstone is also one of the last great, intact, temperate ecosystems on Earth, a sanctuary for North America's most iconic animals. It is, in essence, an American Serengeti. The American bison, brought back from the brink of extinction, roam in vast herds, their presence a powerful symbol of successful conservation. Elk, pronghorn, and bighorn sheep navigate the valleys and mountainsides. But the park is most famous for its predators. Seeing a grizzly bear foraging from a safe distance, or hearing the haunting howl of a gray wolf pack, reintroduced in the 1990s, is a profound connection to the wild. It's a reminder that to visit here is to be a guest in their home, and that responsible wildlife viewing, keeping a generous distance, is not just a rule, but a sign of respect for the animals and for the safety of all. Just a few miles south of Yellowstone, the landscape transforms dramatically. The geothermal wonders give way to a singular, breathtaking spectacle. This is Grand Teton National Park. There are no geysers here, no bubbling mud pots. Instead, a wall of granite and ice, the Teton Range, erupts from the valley floor without the preamble of foothills. It is one of the most abrupt and stunning mountain fronts on the planet. These peaks, sculpted by glaciers and time, change their mood with the passing hours. From the soft pink of alpenglow at dawn to the stark, intimidating silhouettes of twilight. This is a photographer's paradise, a place of pure, dramatic, alpine beauty. From the iconic Molten Barn on Mormon Row to the mirror-like reflections on Jenny Lake, every vantage point offers a composition that has challenged climbers and inspired artists for generations. But the park's true magic is found by leaving the road behind. Its backcountry is a network of pristine lakes, wildflower-strewn meadows, and rugged trails that lead to solitude and silence, a place where the sheer scale of the mountains puts everything into perspective. Far to the northeast, rising from the rolling plains of the Black Hills, stands a feature so strange, so geometrically perfect, it seems otherworldly. This is Devil's Tower, a monolith of igneous rock. Its fluted columns soar over 800 feet from its base. In 1906, President Theodore Roosevelt declared it the nation's first national monument, protecting its unique geology for all time. Scientists believe it to be an igneous intrusion, the hardened magma core of an ancient volcano whose outer layers have long since eroded away, leaving this stark, magnificent pillar standing against the sky. But long before it was a monument, long before it had its English name, this was a place of immense spiritual power for numerous indigenous tribes, including the Lakota, Cheyenne, and Arapaho. They know it as Bear Lodge, or Mato Tapila. It is a sacred site for vision quests, prayer, and ceremony, a place where the physical and spiritual worlds connect. The colorful prayer cloths tied to the trees at its base are not decorations. They are offerings, symbols of a deep and continuous cultural reverence that predates the park service by centuries. To visit here is to enter a church, and visitors are asked to show respect, to walk quietly, and to leave these sacred offerings undisturbed, honoring the living traditions that this incredible formation represents. While Wyoming's heart beats in its vast, open landscapes, its soul is found within the communities that dot the plains and valleys. Our journey now moves to the towns, and there is no town in Wyoming quite like Jackson. It's a place of fascinating contrasts, a rugged outpost and a sophisticated destination, where the spirit of the Old West meets the comforts of the new. The iconic elk antler arches that frame the town's square are more than just a photo opportunity. They are a symbol of this unique blend, a testament to the wildness that is always just a step away. Here, historic wooden boardwalks, echoing with the footsteps of trappers and traders, now lead to world-class art galleries and gourmet restaurants. You can spend an afternoon admiring masterworks of Western art at the National Museum of Wildlife Art, then pull up a saddle-topped stool at the legendary $1 Million Cowboy Bar, a watering hole that has welcomed everyone from real cowboys to presidents. This is the essence of Jackson Hole, a place that honors its heritage while embracing a refined contemporary culture. It's the perfect base camp for exploring the Tetons in summer or skiing its legendary slopes in winter, a gateway to adventure in every season. But if Jackson is the chic modern face of Wyoming, towns like Cody are the keepers of its soul. Founded by the great showman and visionary Colonel William F. Buffalo Bill Cody, this town was built on the legacy of the American West. Buffalo Bill envisioned Cody not just as a town, but as a vibrant hub for ranching, tourism, and culture, a gateway to the wonders of nearby Yellowstone. His spirit is palpable everywhere, but nowhere more so than at the Buffalo Bill Center of the West. This isn't just a single museum. It's a world-class complex of 5 institutions, each dedicated to a different facet of the West, from the life of the Plains Indians to the masterpieces of Western art and the intricate history of firearms. And you cannot understand Wyoming without the rodeo. In Cody, the tradition is a nightly affair all summer long, but across the state, from small-town arenas to grandstands packed with thousands, the rodeo is a living celebration of the cowboy way of life. Events like Cheyenne Frontier Days, the daddy of them all, are massive spectacles of skill, courage, and tradition. Yet, beyond the 8-second thrill of the ride, there's a deep culture of sportsmanship and respect for the animals, for the competition, and for the heritage itself. It's a demanding, dangerous sport that honors the essential skills of ranch work, celebrating the hard work, independence, and sheer grit that define the cowboy ethos. This connection to the land and its challenges naturally extends beyond the rodeo arena. Wyoming is, first and foremost, a massive outdoor playground, a place that invites you to test your own limits. Its clear, cold rivers like the Snake and the North Platte are a paradise for fly fishing, offering anglers a chance for quiet contemplation amidst stunning scenery. For those seeking a faster pace, these same rivers carve through dramatic canyons, creating world-class rapids for thrilling whitewater rafting adventures. And for those who prefer to drive, scenic byways like the Beartooth Highway offer some of the most spectacular views in the country, climbing to over 10,000 feet and revealing a breathtaking world of alpine lakes and tundra. The state is crisscrossed with trails, from gentle lakeside strolls to multi-day backpacking expeditions into the rugged backcountry of the Wind River Range. Here, climbers test their mettle on sheer granite walls, and hikers find solitude in landscapes that feel untouched by time. In every pursuit, there is an unspoken agreement, a principle of leave no trace, ensuring these wild places remain pristine for generations to come. In winter, the state transforms. The crowds thin, and a profound quiet descends. It becomes a kingdom of snow and ice, offering a different, more intimate side of its wild beauty. The silence is broken only by the soft glide of cross-country skis through a frosted forest, or the hum of a snowmobile exploring miles of groomed trails. This season reveals a starker, more elemental Wyoming. And when night falls, far from the glow of city lights, the sky puts on its own spectacular show. As a designated dark sky destination, Wyoming's winter nights offer an unparalleled view of the cosmos, a brilliant star-dusted canopy that serves as a powerful reminder of our place in a vast and beautiful universe. We have traveled a long way on this road trip through words. We've seen a land of echoes and vistas, of history and wildness. What you find in Wyoming is space. Space to breathe, space to think, and space to roam. In our crowded, noisy world, this is perhaps the greatest luxury of all. This has been your map. But reading about it is one thing. Experiencing it for yourself is something else entirely. Your own great American adventure is waiting. Wyoming is calling. If you enjoyed our trip together, please give this video a like. Share your own Wyoming memories in the comments and be sure to subscribe for more journeys. Thank you for traveling with me.